Hi there, it's Elise Kopp, your realtor here in Las Vegas. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me here on my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Either way, really happy to have you here with me today. Now, for today's video, I just wanted to talk with you guys a little bit about a question I get from time to time from clients. And that is going to be on a 55 plus community in Summerlin. It's our largest 55 plus community, Sun City Summerlin. And we are going to be talking about single family homes versus townhomes in Sun City Summerlin. Now, before we dive into that and what you need to know and which option is actually better, I do want to take this time to introduce myself if you are new. My name is Elise Kopp. I'm a realtor here in the greater Vegas area, born and raised here in Las Vegas. I love living in Las Vegas, and I help my clients from different parts of the country and the world decide if Las Vegas is the place they'd like to call home. I do specialize in our 55 plus communities, and we've got nearly 30 of them. So whether Sun City Summerlin is the community for you or you're open to exploring other options, I would love to help you in that discovery process. I will leave my phone number here on the screen. Please feel free to reach out whenever you're ready, and I'd love to connect with you. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a thumbs up on today's video and also subscribe to my channel. It's free, it helps the channel out a ton, and I really appreciate your support. It means the world to me. So now that we got that covered, let's talk about townhome living versus single family living in Sun City Summerlin. Really quick, if you're not familiar with Sun City Summerlin, I'll give you just a few fast facts about the community, but if you'd like to learn everything you need to know about Sun City Summerlin, or you'd like to learn the pros and cons to living in the community, or you'd actually like to drive through Sun City Summerlin, see what the community itself looks like, I have shared videos on that in the past, so I will link those videos down in the description box below. For the sake of today's video though, we are just going to be talking about townhome living versus single family living in Sun City Summerlin. Sun City Summerlin is our largest 55 plus community in the greater Vegas Valley. You have just over 7,700 single family homes and single level detached townhomes. Community was built by Del Webb. Del Webb's got a name and a reputation that goes back many decades. Got several Del Webb communities here in Las Vegas, and there are, so many scattered all throughout the country. So great name and reputation that comes with Del Webb. There are also a total of 4 clubhouses in Sun City Summerlin. You do have 3 public golf courses as well. It's a great community situated on the western portion of the Las Vegas Valley. So if you like the idea of being in an active, robust 55 plus community, definitely a good option to explore. Okay, so now when we're talking townhome living versus single family living in Sun City Summerlin, I'm gonna talk through a few of the key differences so that you can decide which option is going to make the most sense for you. Obviously, this is not a black and white answer. For some folks, it makes more sense to be in the townhomes. For others, it makes more sense to be in a single family, but it really is just going to come down to your lifestyle and preferences and your needs. So when it comes to the townhomes in Sun City Summerlin, one of the big things to keep in mind is going to be the fact that the townhomes do have a higher HOA fee than the single family homes in Sun City. Now, townhomes are going to have additional maintenance that you don't typically get with the single family homes. That maintenance is going to include front and rear landscaping, your roofing, along with your exterior stucco. HOA paints about every 8 to 10 years. So if you like the idea of having that additional maintenance, being in a townhome could be a great thing. But there is a cost, and that cost comes in with the HOA fee. Sun City Summerlin has over a dozen sub-HOAs sprinkled throughout the community. So what that additional HOA fee can vary depending on the sub-association you live in. Generally speaking, for that additional maintenance, it's roughly $150 to $300 on top of the standard HOA fee in Sun City Summerlin, which is $230 a month. That master HOA of $230 a month gets you access to all 4 clubhouses, gets you access to the clubs and amenities and activities in those clubhouses. They also have security roaming 24/7 in Sun City Summerlin. HOA maintains the common grounds, so $230 a month for every single home in Sun City. If you're in a townhome, you're looking at an additional $150 to $300 a month for the additional townhome maintenance. So definitely something to keep in mind if you're interested in a townhome. Another thing to keep in mind with the townhome living in Sun City is going to be the fact that you get a lock and leave lifestyle. Because you get that additional maintenance covered by the HOA, for my clients who are winter birds and who are not living in the home year round, or they travel very frequently, knowing that you can just pick up, lock your house and go, comes with a peace of mind. And townhomes do give you that lifestyle, especially in Sun City Summerlin, because of the maintenance involved. So if lock and leave living is important to you, that will be something you will want to consider. The third thing to keep in mind when it comes to the townhomes is going to be price point. There is easily a $50K gap, typically, give or take, between townhome living versus single family living in Sun City Summerlin. So if you're comfortable with the higher HOA fee and you like the idea of lock and leave living, keep in mind that you're generally looking at tremendous savings and could potentially get more bang for your buck square footage wise, purchasing a townhome versus a single family home in Sun City. Another thing to keep in mind with the townhomes in Sun City Summerlin is going to be the fact that because the HOA maintains all of your landscaping, if having a backyard or having fenced walls in the backyard is important to you, having that privacy, that is not something you will be able to accomplish with the townhomes in Sun City Summerlin. Typically, the homeowner space is just the covered patio space. Doing anything beyond there is typically quite the challenge, and it's an HOA you're dealing with. So when it comes to the townhomes, you're typically not going to get a fenced private backyard. If that's important to you or you have pets, definitely something you may want to consider. Now, when it comes to the single family homes, one of the big advantages to being in a single family is going to be the fact that you do have that lower HOA fee. Single family homes are capped at the master HOA fee in Sun City Summerlin, which is currently the $230 a month. So if you are potentially living in your home year round, or you don't mind the maintenance that comes with roofing and landscaping and stucco work, single family home could be a really good option in the sense that you are going to save potentially hundreds of dollars a month just in the HOA fee alone. Coming from the Las Vegas desert and being born and raised out here, I will tell you too that typically landscape maintenance, unless you have a pool and a full lawn in the front and in the rear, landscape maintenance is fairly simple and fairly inexpensive and not time consuming. We have drip irrigation in Las Vegas, so plants are set to a timer that changes seasonally. And with that comes typically very little expense when it comes to landscaping. When it comes to the roofing or the stucco of the home, keep in mind that whether you're purchasing a single family home or a townhome, you are likely going to get a home inspection. If you work with me, I am always going to strongly encourage you to get the home inspection, just because that does give you the opportunity to renegotiate with the seller. And typically when you have a home inspection, there are going to be roofing related repairs, stucco related repairs, just due to the age of the homes and just natural wear and tear. And when you get that home inspection, that is your time to renegotiate. So if there are any issues with the roof or with the stucco, those can usually be addressed before you ever get the keys to your home. So that is definitely something to keep in mind if you're exploring single family options. And the last thing to think about when it comes to single family living in Sun City Summerlin is going to be the premium that you pay to be in a single family home. Yes, there are savings in the HOA, but as a result, the single family homes are going to be at a premium compared to the townhomes in the community. It's usually, as I said, somewhere in that 50K-ish range, unless we're talking a home with spectacular view and comparing it to a townhome that has no view at all. But there is typically a premium that's paid to be in a single family home versus a townhome in Sun City Summerlin. So that is definitely something to consider if you're comparing the two. So I hope today's video gave you some good ideas and points when it comes to comparing townhomes to single family living in Sun City Summerlin. As I said, there is no right or wrong to either option. It's just going to come down to what is going to make the most sense for you. With all that being said, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch today's video. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.